What's up, Dice Crew? Shout out to the Dice Crew, man. Sorry for being late. Let's tune in with it. I'm trying to wait for a little bit more people to tune in on here so we can just, dive into certain topics and stuff. But really, I got a response that I'm gonna do first and foremost, and then we're gonna dive into some of these topics. So I'm trying to wait for some of the viewers and stuff like that to tune in. But like I said on the last live, we trying to start going live like around 6 every Sunday. So I feel like if we could keep it up, I didn't want to promote this. I didn't want to support. I didn't want to support the whole new live thing and promote it and all that if I wasn't gonna be able to keep up with the date and all that stuff. So I didn't promote it really. Today gonna be the second time, and if today go well, then I'll probably start promoting it all during the week and all that on all the platforms or whatever. And then next week we could tune in and we'd be locked in for next Sunday, right? But one of the reasons why I was running late is shout out to ODM Slim, bro. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you this much, ODM Slim. If you ever been a part of like anything like far as being a entertainer, performer, a rapper, or whatever the case may be, then you got to come talk to people the same way you talk about. I mean, you talk to one person one way, the same way you would talk to multiple people. You feel me? So if I'm gonna perform for multiple people, I perform in front of one or two or three. That's it. ODM Slim, who your bros? Who your bros? I was gonna dive in. One of the reasons why I was kind of late is I was tuning into Young Ant from A-Trey Gangsters. He was making a video about me, or he dropped a video pertaining to me. So that had me kind of behind for like 10 minutes or whatever the case may be too. So I'm gonna kind of speak on that too right now. But then we got ODM Slim jumped in the chat, and he said something or spoke on something. So I'm trying to see what all he got going on, and then we could go from there. So I don't know if ODM Slim is typing or whatever the case may be. But he said stop speaking on my bros. Noodles this. How you gonna support? Nah, man, it ain't like that. Shout out to everybody though. But I definitely ain't on here supporting that like that. Zemo, what's up, man? Welcome back. I know I'm kind of late and whatnot, but I had to, I was going through certain things. And then I had somebody brought this little clip to my attention from Young Ant from A-Trey Gangsta, so I kind of wanted to respond to that. But we've been on for like 5 minutes already. It ain't looking like ODM Slim gonna speak on whatever he was speaking on in the comments, in the chat, I should say. So, ODM Slim, I can get on here and say a lot of internet loud gangbanging stuff, but your homie Normandy BS, he know me, you know what I mean? So if you go talk to your homie Normandy BS, he'll kind of tell you who I am and where I'm from, you feel me? And then we could go from there, whatever the case may be. We could holler or do whatever. But I ain't finna get on here and just do the whole just internet banging thing like that. But you can holler at him, he let you know. You feel me? And, you know, I'll link up and pull up wherever you want to link up, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? However y'all want to go about it. Let me know something. You feel me? All right, so look, moving forward to the Young Gant situation. Now, you know, Young Gant first caught my attention when he was walking around in this park in A-Trey Gangsters with 600. You know, I have met 600 before, you know, shout out to him or whatever. And I had was rocking with some of the things that Young Gant was saying in that video, you know what I mean? So some of the stuff that Young Ant had said, I had put some of them clips in one of the videos I had put out pertaining to 600, you know what I mean? Because I had respected what Young Ant had said. So, you know, I started tuning in with him. You know, he like one of his first, how can I say, influencers or podcasters or YouTubers out of his area. You know, we got Melvin Farmer or whatever, but he older, you know, he not with the young crowd. So, you know, I was kind of like, okay, cool. We got a dude from Trey doing this thing. And then, you know, me just, the way we keep it a Benji is giving people their flowers and their showers. So if we agree with something you do, we gonna give you your flowers. If we disagree with something you do, then we gonna give you your showers. And by giving you your showers, that's like raining on your parade, you feel me? But everything is based upon content, internet, whatever the case may be. You know, I've been in these streets for a long time. If I want to go about it in a certain way and having like a real issue with somebody or a street person, then I know how to do that. And I wouldn't even be publicizing that all on the internet if I was trying to have like some type of street issue with anybody. So that's how we do it. You know, we keep it a bench, speak on what we agree with and what we disagree with. You know, don't get me wrong. It might be certain people that we kind of, you know, cool with or whatever, or got a relationship with. So we might not just speak on everything. That's just how it go. But while I was tuning in to Young Ant, one of the videos that I ran across was him speaking on some Nigerians and some Africans robbing people and all this and that and the third. And this is just what Young Ant was saying. You feel me? Now, me keeping it a Benji, to my perspective, I felt like he was talking too much. You know what I mean? Because he was bringing that up a lot, talking about I was saying he talking a lot. Like, nah, I'm not saying that Young Ant is just talking too much overall. Like, he just talked too much. Like, he ain't got nothing good to say and none of that. Nah, like, some of the stuff he say, I agree with. You know, that's just the case. But we try to get at everything a case-by-case situation. And with that particular video that Young Ant put out, I was looking at it like, shit, I don't know if he was really like, you know, paying attention or catching up what he was saying and what he was doing. But he was on there saying that some Africans running around in the track hawk robbing people. And to me, robbery is considered a crime. You know what I mean? So I feel like anytime you start giving out a description of an individual committing crimes, you on the verge of talking too much. Now, I ain't say you just snitching or putting people in jail or whatever. But it can be a possibility for a law enforcement to grab them dudes up and use your video against them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. And sometimes, even though I don't know everybody, and I don't know Young Ant, I'm from Compton, which is what I'm finna get off into too. You feel me? Oh, you know what? I'm glad you asked me where I was from, ODM Slim, because you just gave me a good idea. You made me catch up with something I was gonna say. But that was the second thing that brought me to Young and attention. He's brought up a video I stumbled across where he was saying like Compton dudes gotta stop saying Compton ain't LA. And I made a video about that. I'm sure y'all probably caught it if y'all nice Dice Crew members or whatnot, or just viewers, y'all probably caught it. But I felt some type of way about that and I spoke on that. You feel me? Because if you've been in these streets for a long time, then everybody know that the only people who gonna really bang LA is a person that's like in the middle of LA. That's just it. Like anybody that's from West LA gonna say they from West LA. Linwood gonna say they from Linwood. Gardena gonna say they from Gardena. Compton gonna say they from Compton. Long Beach gonna say they from Long Beach, so on and so on. And the way he delivered it, he was saying like, y'all knock it off. And you know, can't nobody tell nobody from Compton to knock nothing off. We just don't tolerate that. You feel me? We just don't even go for that. So me being one of the representatives on what I believe, you know, Compton Blue Team member and whatnot, I felt some type of way and I chimed in on that, you know, kept it respectful, but I just gave my outlook on it. Now, back to the video that I was speaking on with the Africans. Now, me personally, I just felt like that young Ant got caught up with the new, you know, he got a lot of notoriety, a lot of clout. And, you know, once you start getting an audience, sometimes people kind of lose themselves a little bit. So I felt like, hey, maybe you was talking too much, but you put it out there on the internet. So if you put it out there on the internet, I feel like you ain't got no shame for somebody to view you for what you put out there. Like I don't create no narrative, I don't create no rumor, I don't lie. I only speak on what a person say about their own mouth. And if we is gonna speak on some rumors or some allegedly stuff, I'ma say it. I'm never gonna say something that's a fact unless I can say it's a fact. You feel me? But you know, y'all could let me know in the chat, Dice Crew, if y'all say somebody is committing robberies and then you say what kind of car they running around in, and then you say what kind of like ethnicity they are, like you know, say they African, Jamaican, Mexican, whatever, Hawaiian, I felt like that's talking too much. That was my opinion, you know. Moving forward again, Young Ant also said that I dropped a video probably like 4 hours ago pertaining to him speaking on the whole P Nice Bricc Baby Whack 100 Luce Cannon situation, with Luce Cannon dropping a leaked video from him and Bricc Baby, right? Now, yeah, like to do the create content stuff, I know everybody really dislikes Luce Cannon, you know what I mean? And Young Ant wasn't being disrespectful or nothing like that towards Luce Cannon and them. But the biggest thing that he did call out in his video was Luce Cannon recording phone calls. That was the highlight of it all. You know, everything else, he kind of was just, you know, he was kind of going off on Bricc or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I do a lot of covering Bricc Baby, you know what I mean? And he was just saying how Bricc Baby let P Nice him up. And, you know, he had a good outlook on the situation. And then I gave a reaction with a great outlook on the situation. You feel me? But it wasn't not one time did I ever bring up the 60s. It was not one time where I brought up the neighborhood Crips, the gangsters, the movings, A-Trays. Like, I never compared it, none of it. You feel me? But Young Ant, he comes out and he kind of like represent his whole like gang persona more than anything. So if you get out here and you represent like your gang persona more than anything before you actually become like a household name or something like that, sometimes we just gonna be calling you whatever it may be. You know, it might be such and such from Rolling 40s. It might be such and such from A-Track. It might be Mexican podcaster. It might be all kind of different things unless your name itself will bring a lot of traffic. If not, then a person's going to label or title videos based upon the biggest thing a part of you. You know what I mean? And that's that. But, you know, he was trying to make it seem like I was trying to play a game with the 60s and the A-Trays. And, you know, I would never do that. Number one, that ain't my business. Number two, you know, I ain't on here to stir the pot up for no street stuff or anything like that. And if I wanted to, that's what I would have said. You know, I would have put that in the title and said, A-Tray Gangster goes off on Rolling 60 member. I didn't do that. I said Luce Cannon because Luce Cannon, ever since he hit the internet, Luce Cannon just been his name carried enough weight. You know, he's more considered Luce Cannon on the internet playing field as opposed as a 60 member. You feel me? And uh so that's why, you know, you got people like Spider Loke and them, you know, they done came up nicknames for Luce Cannon and all kind of stuff. That's because Luce Cannon, his name carried weight just by itself. You know what I mean? Like if it didn't, then I would probably be just saying like a dude from 60s if, you know, he carrying that type of persona or whatever it may be. Now I know he do his little antics and go on how he go on and be saying he from here and dissing people and all that, but it's not really so much like that. You know what I mean? Just like I had did a video with X4 a while ago, but before he became like X4, you know, I just was saying Rolling 40 member. That's just because he carried weight with that. You know what I mean? Just like if I speak on Hoodie Hood, I'm gonna say Hoodie Hood because Hoodie Hood name carry a lot of weight in the internet space, out opposed of saying San Diego 40 Crit member. You know, so I'm just playing games with the titles and all that stuff, the clickbaits or whatever. But you know, I felt some type of way because I think Young Ant read that situation wrong. I don't think he really watched the video pertaining to him and Luce Cannon with my reaction, because he would have seen that I didn't dive in and we didn't speak on nothing. Like we didn't speak on the Slauson, the Florence, the Western. We didn't speak on nothing. Like, you know what I mean? We just spoke on everything that Young Ant spoke on, and that was that. And then I seen certain people in the comments, so I don't know if they was trying to pump the situation up even more or feed into Young Ant ego or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna probably reach out to him through one of the Instagrams, you know, or he could reach out to me at Keeping It a Benji on Instagram, and you know I'm gonna see if we can holler or whatever the case may be, so we can kind of possibly clear things up. Cause one thing we ain't gonna do on here, and I don't support that, is we ain't gonna be getting on this internet creating no street problems like that, unless that's just what has to happen, and the disrespect is just that type of way. But I don't think that Young Ant read the situation perfectly right, and I don't think that he keep up with all the videos that I have put out on him. So he probably don't know that I show him some love, or I say certain things about whatever I might disagree with. You feel me? But it ain't never about trying to create no street issue. Okay, it look like we got Young Ant in the comments. Shout out for him. Young Ant say, when you saying somebody talk too much, so when you saying somebody talk too much, so saying they talking, bro, and I didn't watch the video, I just see you got 3 videos attached to me and it ain't got no ego at all. Nah, Young Ant, like I think you just gotta watch the videos and you will definitely see the whole outlook and the breakdown on how I get it, man. Like I ain't attack you or label you and put no like snitching and all that stuff on you. But you know, yeah, talking too much can be considered as snitching, but it don't directly mean that this person that's talking too much is just a full-on snitch. That's just like, you know, I watched one of your videos you posted on Instagram pertaining to Big Sad. You said to your knowledge you feel like Big Sad wasn't snitching. A lot of people feel like Big Sad wasn't snitching, but I feel like everybody can agree that at the least Big Sad was talking too much in that interrogation room. That's just the facts of the matter. You feel me? Whether you could say, you know, if you keep up with the whole case, follow it, whatever. If he put somebody in jail, retracted his statements, whatever it might be, and at least for you to be sitting in that room for all that time and you speaking and giving out scenarios and giving out descriptions and all this and that, and at least, even if you feel like Big Sad didn't snitch, everybody got to agree with to say that he was doing way too much talking. You feel me? So that's just how I felt about it, man. Like, you know, I really probably uh Shout out to you too. I guess that's a female. Shout out to you. Manny Gingo Gibbs say you good, Benji on Hood. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, but that's it, young man. I think you should probably just go watch the videos, man, so you can get the outlook and see it a little bit better. Or, you could DM me real fast at the Keep It a Benji Instagram so I can hit you on the FaceTime right there and we can chop it up once I'm doing on the live and all that stuff. You feel me? Because, we don't create no smoke, but we don't duck it neither. You know what I mean? That's just the truth in the matter. But I think, y'all probably, I don't know if you just tuned in, whatever, you probably got to rewind it a little bit so you get where I was coming from. But like I'm gonna say it one more time for everybody that just jumped in the chat. In the video with Young Ant and Luce Cannon, I didn't bring up 60s. I didn't bring up nothing like that, not one time. I didn't bring up no neighborhood crip stuff. I didn't do none of that, not one time. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth in the matter. And I ain't finna instigate nothing, and I'm not trying to put no play on nobody, and I ain't trying to put no target on nobody back. Whatever target a person got on their back is gonna be just because what they already represent and where they come from anyway. But I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna pull something out the mud and put it out there on the internet. I'm not gonna have a leak call with Young Ant disrespecting this. I'm not gonna, go have a conversation with Young Ant or find a video that ain't already surfacing and then put it out there and try to say, look, y'all didn't know this about Young Ant, but he this and this. Like, nah, that would never be the case, bro. Young Ant say, no, for sure, I'ma tap in and we gonna chop it up. Big sad situation. He gave it a description of a car. The description of the car I gave was a story that we know is true about the characters. And I promise you, Young Ant, that's why I said you gotta watch the video because I inserted that in the video. I said I didn't know if you was maybe just creating content, making a story, just whatever the case may be. But I put that out there just to give a different outlook or possibility of what it can be. That's why I was just speaking on everything, little detail by detail with that situation, and I didn't just put no labels on you or call you some, like, oh, big Young Ant telling on this or he snitching on that. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't go that route. But I gave that out. I gave that in the video too, man. Like that could have been a possibility that you was just playing. But let me see if you gonna keep it a Benji though, Young, and just keep it real. Like you said, the story might be a fake story. But wouldn't you agree that if a person kind of was saying all that type of stuff pertaining to you, wouldn't you feel some type of way? Like we, a mid-sized guy somewhere in his 200s, weigh about 240 or something like that, dark skin, wear a low cut, wear the juries. He was riding around in the Charger, and all that fit your description. Wouldn't you feel like a person was doing too much talking about what kind of crime you committed? Tawachi Ray say, I don't know what you saying. Please repeat it. I don't know if the camera went bad or your service went bad or you left your service or whatever the case may be. And I don't know. But you could just rewind it a little bit and you could catch what I was saying, Ray. Dan say, I'm at the point in life I'll crash out for 200. Bands, you funny, man, but be careful, man. You're gonna crash out worth of, whether it's 200, 2,000, 200 grand, whatever, man. If you're gonna crash out in general, man, make sure it's worth it and be careful, man, if you're gonna just crash out. But you do got people in the streets, man, in the world that will crash out for 200 for sure. Marcus say ODM Slim will sell out. Man, Dingo Gibbs say good you good, Benji on Hood. We read that already. Beat It Creep say you a cutie. Thank you. Yeah, man. So, we pretty much gonna go over some of the same topics. We've been doing reaction videos all week. So, we done already started this whole conversation pertaining to the Luce Cannon stuff and the Bricc baby and all that. So let's just dive into that. Um, I feel like that was a bad situation for Luce Cannon to do that and record Bricc baby and put him out there like that. You know, um, I definitely feel like they might not really be friends if that's the case. But I did watch a video from ODM Slim, and he pointed out something that was cool, that made sense to me. That Bricc Baby was having a heated conversation on No Jumper with Luce Cannon, and they was very disrespectful. So why would you go from having that type of energy or relationship with Luce Cannon to where you feel like you could get on the phone with him and disrespect certain things or say certain things or whatever, and just trust him after the fact? Now it seemed like Luce Cannon, Bricc Baby, he wasn't going as hard as Luce Cannon was, you know what I mean? But it's an ugly situation. At this point, I feel like all Bricc Baby can do is just stand on anything he say he believe in and keep everything one way. If he get on them podcasts and say certain stuff, he just got to be willing to keep that same energy when the mic go off and the camera go off. Keep the same energy when he run across people in the streets. That's just what it is. And that's kind of one of the things that I seen DW Flame discussing with Rockstar 2800 about. You feel me? Like he was saying, like uh, you know, he been like in so many ways. He was saying like him and like DW Flame was saying like in so many ways, him and P Nice and them just constantly keep overlooking situations and stuff that Bricc Baby be saying and doing. Like, one day it'll be big bro or whatever, we the besties, whatever, in person. Then the next thing it'll be somebody dropping uh uh a phone leak, a leaked phone call or something to where Bricc Baby got something total different to say. You know what I mean? So I understood that totally from DW Flame perspective. And if I was to just give Bricc Baby just one advice, like just one thing, and that would be like just stand on what you say you stand on all across the board. Don't be trying to be multiple different individuals and stuff. Because you see everybody is watching you and that's just how it go. And moving forward, I don't know if y'all caught it, but 600, he definitely spoke on it. He really wasn't in agreement with that behavior of Bricc Baby. And I ain't agreeing with it either. It seemed like he was like too submitted and he just let P Nice and them kind of like big bro him and make him kind of, he just was holding the wall. He wasn't like doing none of this and this and that. And that's also kind of like the same thing Young Ant was saying too. Like when you get in a person's space, you supposed to get it in. Like don't be letting the person get in your space because that's a threat. And I agree with that. So like 600 and Young Ant, they didn't really agree with that. Bricc Baby just kind of letting P Nice hem him up. I didn't agree with that neither. Also, like I've been saying, the same thing Young Ant said. Like I don't think it was more like a real choke out on Bricc Baby, but I definitely will say he kind of was like submitted or hemmed up. One of those two, I would say. You feel me? And it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. At this point, Bricc Baby probably gonna have to have a real squabble. It been bad for Bricc Baby to me since he had that verbal with Snoopy Badass on No Jumper speaking on Slim 400. RP to him. We got Young Ant. He say the way you just explained it, of course, that's talking too much. I never said all that. All I said was African Nigerians riding around in a track hawk saying, "Give me that." Yeah. So, yeah, man. And then, I'm sure y'all probably caught up with the LA Icon. Milk 74 dropped a reaction video on it. I dropped a reaction video on it. And, Young Ant say, the way you just explained it, of course, that's talking too much. I never said all that. All I said was African Nigerians riding around in the track car saying, give me that. No, look, when you go to the end of your video, Young Ant, just go to the last ending of your video, you're gonna hear yourself say, y'all be careful. Some Africans is running around robbing people. You said that at the end, bro. Go tune in and watch it. Yeah, LA Icon, he pretty much responded to all the backlash with everybody not feeling his comments pertaining to Mexicans being under represented at the Kendrick Lamar and Ken and Friends pop-up concert and whatnot. And he said that he didn't know about Juneteenth. He said he didn't know what it meant. It was, to me, it was just a lot of lack of respect for him to really even just, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he said that when he found out what Juneteenth was, he no longer feels like Mexicans have an entitlement to participating with anything that's Juneteenth. So, whatever, I don't know what his true belief may be, but, just to keep it a Benji, we had to put that out there too, the same way we had to put it out there pertaining to all the negative stuff LA Icon says, I just feel like, the bad choice that he really made was not educating himself enough to speak on them topics, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, you feel me? And that's it. Rob Bell say talking too much. What you mean, Rob Bell? You gotta elaborate a little bit more. But yeah, that's what I'll say. LA Icon should have just educated himself a little bit more about everything, to the whole what day Juneteenth fall on and what day the concert gonna be on. And that way I feel like he probably wouldn't even just spoke how he spoke. But it is what it is. That's just how it go. You know what I mean? Then we just dropped another reaction video with a dude that go by the name of Big Tone. He from Northern California. I really ain't familiar with him at all, but I stumbled across that clip on the No Jumper channel. He was sitting down with Adam, and he was speaking on that situation pertaining to Lefty Gunplay, talking about his daughter not being allowed to date a black guy. You feel me? So I had to tune in on that just to get a different outlook and a different perspective from other individuals that's Mexican, of course. And also, we already covered the topic, so we could keep speaking on that topic as long as it keep coming up and I feel like it, whatever the case may be. So he pretty much was just saying that he ain't really sharing that type of outlook. He pretty much was saying like what Bobby Ye was saying, like as long as you got your head on the right way, then you good enough for his daughter. But if you on some head ain't in the right place and you ain't on the right stuff, then they don't want you for their daughters. It don't matter what skin, ethnicity, whatever the case may be. And I agree with him. I agree with Bobby Ye, and I agree with Big Tone from Northern Cal. And I said that in the reaction video, but that's just me. Like I said in that video, I said, would you rather have your kid come home with a person that look just like you and your skin tone and stuff like that, and they really don't, they pretty much just a bad individual all around the board, just the bad outweigh the good? Or would you say you would rather have a person that's a different color and they pretty much fit the type of narrative that you would want for your daughter or your son, whatever the case may be? And I said that's what I'd rather have. If a person definitely is somebody that we could count on, respect, they got good morals, integrity, stand on the right type of stuff, then I respect that. I want that, for my kids. Before I put a person that's just, you're a black person or whatever, but you just, you just a big problem. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Y'all can let me know what y'all think though, Dice Crew. And shout out to all the Dice Crew members, man. Thank you, man, for David say you kicking shit. Bruce Lee taught us already. Well, shout out to you too, David. Shout out to Zemo. Zemo say he being informative, speaking facts. Yeah, you know it, man. When y'all tune in with the Dice Crew, man, we definitely gonna try to kick some good knowledge, some good advice, some different point of views, and give out outlooks from this perspective or that perspective, my perspective. Speak on certain things. Demon Time Exotics say DTE in the building. Shout out to them. Shout out to Demon Time Exotics. Uh, where we was at, man. Yeah, I think we covered all that LA Icon and that Lefty Gunplay stuff. We spoke on that a little bit more. We spoke on that Bricc Baby and all that DW Flame, P Nice and all that. And uh what else we was gonna speak on, man? I don't know what y'all want to speak on. We could speak on some more of that Pop Smoke stuff. We spoke on Pop Smoke about 2 or 3 videos. Spoke on Fulio. Y'all want to talk about Fulio? Y'all want to talk about who else? Um, who can I talk about? It was Pop Smoke and Fulio. I think it was them two, right? Yeah, we can talk about it all. What y'all want to talk about, man? Demon Time Exotic say what he said about Luce Cannon. I don't know if you talking about what I said about Luce Cannon or what Young Ant said about Luce Cannon. But you could what I was saying, I did a reaction video. You could go watch that on the channel, or you could rewind the live a little bit and then you could hear all I had to say about Luce Cannon. And you gotta go over there to Young Ant channel if you wanna see what all he had to say or whatever the case may be about Luce Cannon. But I really much to sum it up for you, what Young Ant said. Yeah, he just pretty much was saying that he wasn't respecting the fact that Luce Cannon recorded that phone call about Bricc Baby and put it out there. And that's pretty much the same thing I was saying. Like, I really didn't agree with that. But we in this content space and everything is good content. Depends on how you want to live your life or run your program. To me, I definitely feel like Luce Cannon is one of the individuals who have figured out this internet. You know what I mean? Like, I seen some people in his comments in one of his YouTube shorts, and they were saying, man, you becoming one of my favorite YouTube characters. And it was crazy because I had just started thinking about it the same way. Like, man, you might not take him serious or he be all over the place, but the way he been carrying himself for like making fun of people lately, making fun of Bosco, Spider Logan people, like, that stuff is kind of funny. He was even making fun of Munchie B, but I ain't gonna really say that was funny or nothing like that, because we don't really respect, we don't really like try to disrespect people who battling with any type of issue, especially if they got gained that issue from the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? It's always love with all the soldiers all across the board. No matter what it is with me, whether you're a homie, ally, op, whatever, I respect all real soldiers who put their boot on, and them took what came with the lifestyle, man. So, I ain't gonna really be saying that was funny when Luce Cannon be making fun of him. But for the most part, I can see where he going with it, and I think he gonna definitely be booming. Like, maybe in 6 months, in a year, Luce Cannon gonna be out of this world, man. If he can still keep with the same, gimmicks or whatever the case may be. Demon Time Exotic say, you want to come on the show and interview Luce Cannon? Yeah, I'm more than welcome to do that, man. I ain't tripping. Yeah, I'll be down to have a conversation with Luce Cannon and whatnot. Put it out there. I'm sure there'll be some good content and whatnot. I probably could find like 6 or 8 questions or something like that I could find to ask him. Kilo Vasquez say Luce Cannon the evil villain. See, like that's what I'm getting that vibe too. Like Luce Cannon is starting to like become like a like a bad guy out of the YouTube universe type stuff. You feel me? Now some people gonna find some stuff real personal and it could be a problem. Like I feel like Luce Cannon could really win if he probably just stopped disrespecting people gangs and stuff like that. Like, the whole, he always dissing them T words and all that type of stuff. I feel like once he fall back from that, I think it'll be open season for everybody to just find him as a entertaining figure. But when you kind of like put a big game twist in it and start like dissing and all that stuff, people don't know if you like on some real live disrespectful trolling or just entertaining type trolling. People don't know. Demon Time Exotics say salute to the live. Shout out to Demon Time Exotics. Yeah, man, I got a YouTube, Instagram, Demon Time Exotics. It say at Keep It a Benji, the same as the YouTube name. So if you just want to, just drop a little whatever, a little dot or something in the DM or whatever, so I could lock you in, and then I reach out with you once I get done with the live, man. Alex Pasco says, dude looks like a double for double M. Dude looks like a double for Eminem from The Boys. I ain't even sure what that is, or just saying. I ain't sure what you mean by that, Alex Pasco. I just don't know if I'm gathering that right. Zemo say keeping it a bench. You already getting offers, man. Keep it up. Oh yeah, shout out to you, man. Appreciate that, Zemo. I'm trying, man. I'm gonna keep pushing. Try to keep my foot on the gas as much as I can, man. Hopefully, this time in like 6 months or whatever, or at the end of the year, the top of the next year, we be in a much more elevation space. Han say, do you work out? Yeah, I be working out, and shout out to Han for saying that, because I'm finna turn the workout up a whole lot more, and I'm gonna start doing some workouts on the live, and I'm gonna start doing some, some workout shorts, putting that stuff out there, man. So, if you wanna start your workout, just, whether it's day 1, day 20, whatever it may be, or if you've been working out for year in, year out, y'all can tune in with that. Maybe y'all can find some motivation in me working out, or maybe you can also just align yourself with me working out. When I'm working out and doing stuff, you can tune in or play the videos while you working out and stuff like that. Like I said, maybe it can motivate you or something like that, or maybe you just tune in. You can even throw out some pointers out there, give out some advice. You know what I mean? I ain't too much to I don't know it all about everything, man. So, that's what we probably gonna start doing. I think maybe it'd be good to start doing that at the top of July, and see what we could get accomplished. For try to do like maybe a 30-day run or something like that, all of July or whatever, and we can all start doing workouts. Doing some push-ups and stuff. Hit the gym. With that gym, we might do all kind of stuff. Do some dips, some pull-ups, benching. Do some leg day, you know what I mean? Might hit the ground or the treadmill on some, run some laps or whatever. Just start promoting a lot more of that get your health right type of get down, far as getting fit and all that. Hand say good, bro. Good mindset. Yeah, man, I tried to for sure. So yeah, man, it's an unfortunate situation that Fulio had lost his life, but the last time we was on live, that's when everybody started posting that in the live, saying Fulio had passed away and so on and so on, and I didn't know if it was true or not, and it came out to be true. And so far that situation is just an ongoing situation. And what I mean by that is, like, if you keep up with the whole situation that's going on where Fulio and them is from, then y'all know that, with some other dudes and stuff making disses on the internet, making videos, songs, and all that type of stuff. You feel me? And that's just the type of time we into right now. I also feel like it might be worse to pass away right now. Like, if you're a part of the streets, I think it might be worse for you to pass away at this moment in life than what it is before the internet. And what I mean by that is like nowadays they don't just kill you or you lose your life, they turn you into a pack. You know what I mean? They turn you into a hashtag or something. You know what I mean? Like, they really, every time your family, those who care about you, they ain't gonna never get a chance to let it rest or just be at peace with it. It might be every 6 months, every year, whatever. People gonna be dissing you on Instagram posts, dissing you on Twitter, dissing you in their songs and videos. People nowadays, a person go make a video at your graveyard. So it's like I feel like it might be worse to pass away nowadays than what it was back then. They turn a person to a pack now, man. It'd be ugly. They had a whole world, somebody in the UK saying dissing you or one of your loved ones or something like that. It's ugly, man. It's a bad situation. But that's life, and that's what we sign up for. What we sign up for if you sign up for that type of lifestyle. Yeah, Demon Time Exotic say, Luce saying, are you ready right now? Demon Time Exotic say, I sent you a DM. I'm gonna send you a link real quick to hop on. Yeah, I don't know how you send uh I don't know if it'll come through here on the live or something right here or whatever the case may be, but if it don't, then I'm gonna try to rock with the Dice Crew members for maybe at least for an hour or something like that. So once we reach like an hour mark or something like that, then we could tune in or whatever, and we could we could FaceTime on the IG and all that stuff, and we could upload it on the YouTube channel and all that stuff, man. All right, okay, no problem. We just to figure it out. But shout out to Demon Exotics though, man, and shout out to Luce Candy. You feel me? We're gonna chop it up. I'm sure it'll be a great, interesting conversation, man. So the Dice Crew members, make sure y'all look out for that, man. We're gonna be dropping that content, uploading that content. See what Luce Candy got to say, and y'all hear what I got to say, and I'm sure it's gonna be a good outcome. You feel me? Interesting, nonetheless. Something entertaining, probably. So we're gonna tune in and see what's up. Okay, Demon Time Exotic say going live on YouTube. So I guess we can go live then once this one is off then, I guess. Cause I don't really know how to really work it so well to where how to just pull you up right now. Like I don't know if I can do that or whatever the case may be. Or, but like I said, it's like 10 minutes, I could wrap this live up and then we could get back on we could do the live thing with me and Luce Cannon, and then we could go from there. You feel me? So when I end this live, Dice Crew, y'all make sure y'all tune in with that live so we can see what all we got to say, and tune in with us, man. Give y'all opinion about everything, and we'll be smooth like that. You feel me? Next, Pop Smoke. We made a couple videos. Bricc Baby spoke on the situation. He said that this dude that allegedly is responsible or participated in the loss of Pop Smoke have been released, and he definitely ain't feeling a lot of bloggers and Adam and them, no jumper, speaking on him, posting his face, whatever the case may be. We spoke on that, and we also did a video with Math Hoffa. He be doing that my expert opinion. You know what I mean? Over there in the barbershop and all that stuff. He would be in the barbershop. He'd be holding interviews down. He definitely be having some great content. And I want to say Math Hoffa come from a battle rap background, right? And for like the last couple of years though, he been doing this thing in the podcast world for real. So shout out to Math Hoffa. But we tuned in with him, dropped a reaction video to that pertaining to the situation with Pop Smoke and the alleged guy who was involved, allegedly being involved, released from jail. I always I had to tune in with that because Matt Hoffa is from the East Coast. He from New York. I think him and Pop Smoke are both from Brooklyn. So, that was something good just to see what their outlook was on. Math Alpha, he pretty much gave out some good point of views and some good advice that I feel like a lot of people can learn from. Depends on what position you fall in, today or tomorrow or whatever the case may be. But I think he gave out some good advice for sure, for sure. And I seen to Hassan Campbell, he spoke on it too, but I didn't have a chance to dive in on that yet and do no reaction to it. But I'm gonna try my best to hear, hear what people on the West Coast got to say about it and what people on the East Coast got to say about it. And one thing I'm gonna say about that on the live too is people got to stop attaching California or the West Coast or just LA itself to every incident that takes place in LA or that has something to do with a person from LA or Cali or the West Coast. Like when people be losing their life, sometimes I be seeing other people be saying certain stuff like they create a narrative like it's some type of big committee and the West Coast be in agreement with everything that takes place. And they be making it look like sound or seem like people are attacking other individuals just because they're not from the West Coast or they're not from Cali or they're not from LA or whatever. When I be saying that, to me, everything is just a case by case situation. If you run across the right individuals today, we can all have a bad day, no matter who you are. It's people that as victims every day, but if they don't got the notoriety or the fame or the clout, then it just ain't gonna hit all the media outlets. It ain't gonna just hit the news. It ain't gonna be covered or talked about. You feel me? But that's just the case in the matter. And but that's something that I wanted to put out there. And it's not to be trying to people always take you explaining things and trying to get a point across or get a good understanding. People always take that like you trying to be soft or cop out or be, whatever. But if you really come from a lifestyle of, really having to handle your business and handle your candle, then you know what really come with that. So, if you're not really if it's not a problem that really exists and it's not nothing real, then there's no reason for us to have issues or create issues or have gray area issues that don't even exist for nothing. You know what I mean? So I was clearing that up and speaking on that during the Math Hoffa reaction video I put out there. People got to stop trying to always say Cali did this, LA did this, West Coast did this. Man, these people be having their own mindsets. People be hungry. People be needing money. People be needing cash. Some people be wanting clout. And like I said before, I think that a lot of people be just underestimating Cali in general. It definitely looks sweet compared to a lot of other people, cities or environments. Like I remember I watched a vlog with China Mac and Crip Mac before, and China Mac was saying dang, y'all hood look real nice compared to ours. Ours be looking like real slummed out. And if you from the LA area, you know what I mean, whether it's, Los Angeles, IE, Orange County, whatever, I mean, it might be all the way down, North Cal down to San Diego or something, but California got hit and misses. You go down here, it might look very slummish a little bit. You go over here, it might look like, man, this is probably a great area to live in. That's just how it goes. But one thing, especially in the Los Angeles area, is most of these areas got some type of gang element coming out of it. Whether it's a black gang, a Mexican gang, blue or red, whatever. So it's rare, even you by the beaches, you by a pier, you could be anywhere, you know what I'm saying? It's a gang element everywhere. I.e., Orange County, wherever you go, it's a gang element. So it's dangerous wherever you go, no matter how you look at it. The streets is the streets. You feel me? But just some places look a little bit more, it just looks and seems more dangerous. But it's not a good place. I mean, it's not a good place to just underestimate. And that's what I think certain people do when they come to Los Angeles area. They kind of see the palm trees, think about Hollywood, think about just, the regular civilians, regular people, think about the Calabasas and all that. And I think they be overlooking things and view it, in a different way. I'm not saying that that's the case with everybody, but I feel like that's the case with certain people. You feel me? For sure. Yuri say Benji a rapper. Yeah, I can't rap. Then Yuri for sure, I can rap. Yuri say Pop Smoker. RP to Pop Smoke. Zemo say they just jealous West Coast has the best rapper. Okay, Zemo, when you say that the West Coast have the best rapper, who you talking about? I assume you probably saying Tupac, or you talking about somebody like current right now. Who you talking about, Zemo? Yeah, man. So shout out to the Dice Crew, man. Shout out to the new members. Shout out to all the Dice Crew members that been rocking with us. You know, make sure y'all hit that subscribe video. If y'all like some of the stuff we was talking about, go ahead and react to it. Go ahead and share the video, whatever the case may be. You know, when you come over here to tune in with the Dice Crew, we give everybody their flowers or their showers. Everything is a case by case situation. We either you know, if we agree with something, we go ahead and give a person their flowers. And if we don't agree with something they do, then we're going to give them their showers. And by showers, we mean like rain on their parade and not just that. But, you know, everything is a case by case situation and we keep it a bench. You know, it ain't no real personal attacks that we be trying to launch or nothing like that. And if it is like that, then, you know, I'll be precise on making it clear on what's, you know, on the internet side of things and what's the street side of things or whatever, or the personal side of things, however we gonna word it. Then make sure y'all follow that Instagram at Keep It a Benji, because you know you might have some topics or you might have certain things you want to express yourself, and you know I'll react to it or speak on it, or you can talk to me through the DM. We can FaceTime on there, do whatever. You can express yourself. I know some people probably be wanting to really just talk and say what they got to say instead of just typing and all that stuff. So you know, if you're a real true Dice Crew member and you want to carry yourself with some respect, you know what I mean, and integrity, then you know you more than welcome to tune in. You know, we can get on that FaceTime, we upload it to the channel, but you can express yourself. It don't matter what it is, you know, you could be from anywhere, you can look like anything, you can have whatever, you know, your skin color, none of that matters, you know, whether you want to have just, you know, get your opinion across the board. We don't have to get on there and debate and argue. You know, I might have my opinion or my outlook, you say yours, and we all respect each other's opinions, and that's just how we gonna keep rocking, you feel me? So make sure y'all follow that Instagram, man. Adrian Cook said, Young Ant didn't like how you talked about him. I just watched his video. I wonder what you gonna say. Yeah, Adrian Cooks. I want to say we when we first started the live, we kind of dove right into the Young Ant situation. You feel me? So if you go back, probably like 10 minutes into the live, we were speaking on the Young Ant situation. You know, that's one of the reasons why I was late to start the live. You know, I'm finna start trying to go live like at every Sunday at like 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? So we did it last Sunday. It came out to have a good outcome. We was on live for like 5 hours, man. Shout out to the Dice Crew. And then, you know, I didn't want to promote it all up to today because I'm still trying to make sure I can keep up with the schedule before I be deemed as a person who keep up with my agreements or whatever the case may be, and have people in the Dice Crew and whatnot, you know, making time and whatever, just doing whatever they got to do to make sure they can tune in with the Dice Crew at 6, and then you know I'll be falling short. So like today, I think I started at like somewhere around 6:30. So, but the goal is to try to be. We can do this like at 6 every Sunday, and you know I might be late a little bit at times, whatever. But that's what I'm pushing for. So, uh, Y'all let me know, Dice Crew. You know, even today, it's starting to look like we having a good outcome. So I think Sunday around 6 is gonna be one of the best times for us, man. Especially I don't be trying to step on nobody else's toes and whatnot. You know, it'd be so many different like channels and podcasts and everybody be running their shows at times and all that. And I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes or create a narrative to where I'm trying to compete, whatever it may be. That's just that. So I'm just trying to get in where I fit in at. You know what I mean? Zemo say you going on Demon Times podcast now. We definitely go on the live through the YouTube thing, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I'm still kind of getting familiar with this whole YouTube live stuff. That's one reason why I'm starting to promote the Instagram, because the Instagram I got a little bit more understanding with, but the YouTube live stuff, they said we just gotta get on there and talk and chop it up. Then, far as showing up to the podcast, I mean, you know, that probably something we got to discuss or talk about. You know what I mean? Give me a heads up, and I can see what's up with my schedule and all that. Adrian Cook say you seem very well spoken. That's cool. I appreciate that, man. That mean a lot to me, you know, because sometimes, you know, I slur a little bit here, stutter a little bit here, you know, misplace words here and there, but I just try my best to be talking with a well manner, you know, carry myself with some respect and respect others, and try my best to think a little bit or a lot before I say certain things. That's all. And sometimes, you know, my approach might be a little bit different. Depends on how I feel like somebody's approaching me. So, you know, if you know, if I gather it like a person, you know, thinking stuff is sweet, then maybe my energy might go another route. But I try my best to try to, you know, get an understanding, man. I feel like it's so many problems that we got in this world, in these streets, and life that take place just because people feel like they too cool, too popular, or too tough to reach an understanding. You know, that's how stuff work. Cause if not, you know, things can go take a turn for the worst. And you don't want to be sitting in a bad situation or things that occur that you really know, like, man, we could have prevented all this just by trying to get to an understanding. And if you've been in the game for a long time, in the world, the streets, whatever, then you know a lot of people tell you that. Like, you know, when it comes to people trying to work out certain issues and get certain issues handled, they be looking at it like, man, we should have tried to get to an understanding before it was 20 funerals, before it was 20 people on on level 4 tier doing life. You know, 20 people going to hospitals. You know, 20 families affected forever. So that's just how it go. And you know, this is an entertainment world. It's the industry. It's business. So you know, we gotta always carry ourselves with some type of level of professionalism. I don't know if that's a word, but we gotta carry ourselves in that type of way too. But yeah, man, I guess I'm finna live off. I'm gonna dive off and go reach out over there and see if we can get that live cracking with Demon Time Exotics. And shout out to the Dice Crew, man. Thank y'all for showing up again, man. I really appreciate it. I feel like we covered everything for the most part. We spoke on the LA I-Con. You know, that was the Mexican podcaster who had the remarks about Kendrick, and he also put another video out to explain, you know, clear more about what he had said originally. We had spoke on the Bricc baby, Luce cannon, leaked phone call. We had responded to Young Ant, you know, chopped it up with him a little bit because he did dive in the chat. We had a little small conversation with ODM Slim. He had dived in the chat. We got what all we covered, man? Yeah, we covered the Lefty Gunplay situation with a dude that go by the name of Big Tone from Northern California, another Hispanic who wasn't agreeing with Lefty Gunplay outlook on stuff. I think we spoke on, yeah, we did speak on Spot Pop Spoke a little bit. We spoke on Fulio. So I think we pretty much covered everything. You know, we did cover the whole, you know, the DW Flame, P Nice, putting out the video, Bricc Baby getting him dubbed. We spoke on all that stuff, you know. Oh, I guess I gotta say, you know, shout out to LeBron James and his son. They done made history. They gonna be on the same team. that's just something that's definitely impactful, man. That's a big part of history right there, and I'm waiting to see how that's gonna be. I ain't been able to keep up with sports as much as I could be. I don't be available enough. Be working on other things and stuff like that. But just in general, I think that might be one of the first things that ever took place in history. And I remember maybe it might have been like a year or two or something like that a while ago. And LeBron James was saying that he ain't gonna ever retire until him and his son play on the same team. And that seemed like it came out and worked out. So that was a good outcome for them. We're gonna see what happens. Also, we gotta know too. Shout out to LeBron for being in the game for so long, man. LeBron been in that game, man. He's been doing that game. I don't know. He probably been playing ball for like what, 18 years or something like that. It lets you know that a lot of people be out here playing games out here. We can get our health right, get in shape, do whatever, man. And also, I heard somewhere down the line that LeBron James be spending like $1 million to keep his a year, like $1 million a year to keep his body in a certain type of way, like his health and all that, which is cool, and I respect that. You got the bag, invest into the right things, man. Prioritize. PGO TV say, what you think Bricc Baby can do to redeem his gangster? I would say that Bricc Baby will have to change his whole the way he carries himself. Start having boundaries around himself. Talk about certain things. Don't talk about certain things. Fix his vocabulary. Try to remove a lot of the on hood, on sick soul, on the dead homies. Remove some of that. If he can do all, but remove enough of that out of his vocabulary. Then don't say anything that he doesn't mean. If he mean it, say it. If he say it, mean it. Stand on it. And if you want to, also with certain things, maybe be a real man and apologize. If he really find himself being wrong at certain things, that he got enough sense to know that wasn't really good to be doing, he gotta apologize on them type of things and own up to his responsibility and take accountability. And I also feel like Bricc Baby possibly, man, he probably got to write, F over somebody, man. Like, I'm just keeping it real on the street tip of things. He probably got to really, end up fighting somebody, maybe multiple people. He might even have to, I don't know what Bricc Baby might have to do, but he definitely probably need like a physical altercation where he's standing tall on his business. That's how I look at it. And the sad thing is, to me, I feel like Bricc Baby is his own worst enemy. You know what I mean? So it might not be a sad thing, it might be a good thing, because that means he could probably fix that problem since he is his own enemy. But that's how I look at it. I feel like Bricc Baby is his own enemy and whatnot like that. Adrian Cook say, dang, I missed everything. Zemo say, make sure to turn on the notification for the next time he go live so you don't miss out. Yeah, shout out to Zemo, man. Y'all start put that notifications, hit that bell, subscribe, however that's gonna work, so y'all can get these notifications when we start going live, man. Last week we spoke on it, and I'm gonna speak on it again until we just really got it locked in. But the goal is to be going live every Sunday, somewhere around 6 o'clock. You feel me? And like I said, last time we had a great outcome. This time we've been having a good outcome as well. So, it's starting to look like to me that Sunday at 6 probably gonna be the best bet right now so far. And I don't think nobody else is running any other lives and all that stuff on Sundays either. And we get a nice amount of traffic too on these Sundays at 6 or whatever the case may be. So I appreciate it to the Dice Crew members. Shout out to everybody who be sharing the lives, liking the videos, commenting, just tuning in, subscribing, going from being a viewer to a member. Shout out to the Dice Crew, man. Y'all appreciate a lot. I appreciate that a lot. PGO TV says, does he got a run phase? Yeah, I kind of spoke on that. Like, I said that. Like, he definitely probably got to get some physical altercations in the way. just so people can kind of respect him more on the man tip in general. You know what I mean? And know that, because Brick Baby, you know, if you don't put too much on it, then you don't got to take nothing off. And I just feel like the moment Brick Baby stopped putting too much on it, he could get he could get viewed in a different way. But when he talking about he the boogeyman and what's it with Kill Squad and all these things, people gonna hold you to these certain type of standards. And one thing I like to put out there too is that this is the entertainment space. So maybe Brick Baby is just entertaining. Who knows what the case may be? Probably you'll find out what the truth is later on in life. But if he feel like he's winning, then hey, he feel like he winning. But at times, I would say more so than anything, I'd be kind of disappointed at Brick Baby. PGO TV say he performs so much on live when it's time to perform, he's not with it. I agree, you know what I mean? It'd be a couple situations to where he probably should have went another route with his actions, just so he could match the same energy that he be putting out. Zemo say coming out with some merch soon. Yeah, we gonna put some keeping it a Benji TV keeping it a Benji merch, some keeping it a Benji TV merch, some Dice Crew merch. All that's gonna be in the works, man. So make sure y'all hit that Instagram so that way you could be locked in and make sure everybody, when it do start surfacing, you can top in, get your orders, place your order, however we're gonna go about it. Zemo say he gonna tune in to Exotics live. All right, I see you there, man. So look, man, I'm finna wrap this live up. We finna go tune in with Demon Time Exotics. Be over there with Luce Cannon. See what all gotta get said. Anything y'all wanna say? The last couple words to anybody in the chat, to me, whatever, a quick topic or whatever we can speak on, or y'all want to hear me speak on before we leave out, whatever. But also y'all can bring yourself to the live. Follow me when I get on that live over there. I guess I don't know how it go. I'm sorry if I sound confused, but I don't know if y'all, just whatever it do, you know what I mean? I used to be keeping up with the community and Back on Fig every day, like when they do their stuff. And I think like Back on Fig would go live first, and then they send all kind of people over there to the community. So how they do it, y'all do it for me. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Dice Crew. When y'all get over there to the interview or whatever I'm doing with Luce Cannon, y'all drop some dice in the track for me. You feel me? Drop them dice in the cat, man. In the chat. PGO TV say you make me want to start putting out content again. I watch all your shit, P. Man, I appreciate that, man, and I appreciate that I also can give you some type of level of motivation or energy or whatever for you to do certain things you want to do, man. I encourage you to get on it. Timing is everything, and also go with your feelings. So the moment you get that vibe or that feeling, that burst of energy, taking and run with it, man. Whatever it may be, dive back into that content space. All right, y'all. It seemed like everybody done got their little last words in. Shout out to the Dice Crew again. Shout out to Zemo. Shout out to everybody in the chat, all the new viewers, everybody who been rocking with us. Make sure y'all go over here to the live. And depends on what goes on that live. I'll probably double back and do another live over here before the night is over. Ain't no telling. But I'm gonna catch y'all in a minute. Shout out to the Dice Crew. I'm out.